And we welcome you inside the George Washington High School Gymnasium on the hill in the state capital city of West Virginia, Charleston, for a Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semifinal as tournament time has gotten underway in the great state of West Virginia, and it's the road to Charleston. Teams hoping to be a part of the boys state basketball tournament in a couple of weeks at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. And you got rivals South Charleston at 11-11 in the regular season, going up against the Patriots of George Washington, who come in at 16-5. The winner will move on and play on Friday night against the winner of another game being played across town between St. Albans and Charleston. A win by George Washington. They play here on Friday night. They are the number one seed. South Charleston would be on the road regardless. But a big opportunity here for Josh Daniel and his South Charleston Black Eagles against this George Washington Patriot team that's been in the top 10 throughout this 2019-20 season. But it all starts fresh now in postseason play. Last time the teams played here was December 17th, and South Charleston fell 61-60. That was an unbelievable game. They played again on January 29th at the South Charleston Community Center, and it was a 57-46 victory for George Washington. So the starting lineups have been introduced, and we are just about ready for action. Tonight's game is being presented by your local Parmar stores, neighbors serving communities and making life a little easier every day. Visit your local Parmar stores. Rick Green, veteran head coach for George Washington, 26th season. And for South Charleston, it is Josh Daniel, former South Charleston great in his first year at his alma mater after doing some great work at Herbert Hoover High School. Alan Settles, Chris Farrow, Timmy Rain are the officials. And, well, we're going to give it another whirl here as we jump at center circle. And it will be South Charleston to have the basketball first. And they wear the bright orange uniforms with the black numbers. Tway Sutton's been an outstanding player this season, and Sutton drives and scores just like that, attacking the basket. And now GW will have the basketball for the first time here in this contest. Alex Yoakum, William Gabbert, Mason Pinkett, Evan Hughes, and Jackie Ingold are the starters for GW. So it's a 2-2 game here. South Charleston going to work it down low, and just like that, DJ Johnson. So both teams coming out and hitting shots to get it going here. South Charleston in the lead at the moment. Here is Gabbert, and Gabbert down low, gets it to Ingold, and Ingold will score it for George Washington. And Patriots get a bucket, and it's a 4-4 game. Here comes GW with it, and down low, they'll work it to Ingold. Ingold gives George Washington its first lead here. South Charleston with the ball. Bradley Jones. Last time we saw Jones here on Video Productions, it was that Shady Spring game, and he hit that near full court shot at the end of the third quarter. Quay Sutton out front. Sutton wants to attack, sends it into the corner. The shot on its way. Nothing but net for Darius Dawson, the sophomore, and that's a three-pointer. And SC with the 7-6 lead over GW. Yoakum just about lost it, and boy, finally he does. Just could never quite get the handle on it. So South Charleston will have the basketball, and they look to add to this 7-6 lead. Opening quarter of play here. Packed house here at GW High School on the move, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Going to be charged to George Washington. Alan Settle gives us the call. And Ingold with the blocking foul. His first and team foul number 1. It was Shaquan Brown who was trying to drive from the corner. It is Sutton. That shot won't go, but Shaquan Brown back up and in. 9-6 ball game. Yoakum. Well, he's improved a lot according to head coach Rick Green. He can score it, plays hard. Shooting it from the left-hand side, no good for Yoakum. We'll have a foul called against
fouls on South Charleston, Darius Brown, his team first possession, Patriots.
So the foul going to go against Darius Dawson, his first, and that will be team foul number 1. Here's Mason Pinkett. Pinkett, George Washington's top scorer, had a great season. Pinkett pulls up from the wing, can't get it to go. GW keeps it alive. Nice job there by Patriots. Pinkett averaging 17.8 per game. Driving and scoring is Ingold. Ingold with 6 early points. 6 of George Washington's 8. And the Patriots cut into that South Charleston lead, now standing at 1. Foul line extended. Near side is Bradley Jones. Sutton on the move, and Sutton bumped there with Gabbert. The ball goes out of bounds. No foul called, so just quite simply lost the handle on it. And here comes George Washington on the attack. Pinkett looking to give GW maybe its second lead of the game. Yoakum between the circles. Gets it to Gabbert. Gabbert hands to Evan Hughes. Pinkett, long range. Couldn't get that one to go, but a good job there by Gabbert getting the missed shot. GW resets. Gabbert to Ingold. Ingold's been hot. Here's Hughes. He can shoot it. And now Yoakum wants to take off with it. Cut off there by Sutton. Pinkett on the drive. Pinkett losing the handle and somehow manages to keep it alive as GW retains possession. Pinkett, free throw circle, got it. (10-9), GW in the lead. Second lead of the game for the Patriots. Rick Green directing traffic. Here's Sutton and finding his man. Nice job there. Shaquan Brown has 4 in the basketball game, and just like that, SC back in the lead at 11-10. Winner advances on in postseason plays. Both teams get it started. Sectionals got it away Saturday around the state. Yoakum fires and hits. Yoakum knocking down the three-pointer to give George Washington a 13-11 advantage. On the low block, it is Hughes and Johnson getting tangled up. Another look here.
Charge on Johnson.
The Johnson hit with the offensive foul. That's his first team foul, number 2. So Gus Eddy has checked in for George Washington. Wears number 3. Trey Ritchie into the game for the Patriots, who at the moment have the 2-point advantage. Ben Nickel has also arrived on the playing floor. Eddy fires up the three-pointer and connects. 16-11. All those threes can get you, and suddenly GW with a 5-point edge at 16-11. Second three-pointer of the first quarter for George Washington. Darius Dawson sends it to Shaquan Brown, working around. The shot by Sutton just hit the side of the iron. Looked good as he rifled it up there. And the ball goes out of bounds, so it will be George Washington's basketball. Ryan Fitzpatrick up off the bench for George Washington getting set to check in. This is Yoakum. Yoakum getting a screen there from Ingold. Now Eddie has it again. 1:40 and counting here in this first quarter. Nickel, promising young freshman, fires it back out. Ingold cut off there. Good defense by Pinnell and South Charleston. Shot no good by Eddie. Here come the Black Eagles. Bouncing it ahead. Shaquan Brown to Sutton. And Sutton will wheel it around. Gets it to Bradley Jones. Firing up the shot and launching and connecting. Darius Dawson with his second three-pointer of the quarter. And that makes it a 16-14 game. Here is South Charleston with the steal. Sutton can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound up and in. And not sure if he was able to get that shot off before the foul. Score the bucket, says Jason Smith, who's down at courtside as the public address announcer here. Another look. Great hustle by Sutton. Sutton has 4, and it's a 16-16 game, and Sutton will go to the line. He's averaged over 20 all season long. Can't get this to drop. So we have ourselves a tie game at 16-16. We were tied at 2, tied at 4, and tied now for the third time here in this opening quarter. Under a minute to go. Driving is Fitzpatrick, spins out of there. South Charleston with the basketball. Sutton in trouble. Shaquan Brown thought about a 3, now drives into the lane, and Shaquan Brown, outstanding discipline there by Brown. Thought about a 3, but instead goes into the lane. He has 6 first quarter points, and it's an 18-16 South Charleston edge. Eddie wanted a 3, now back to Nickel. A little nice give and go. Shot blocked there by Shaquan Brown. Firing up the three-pointer short for Dawson. That will end a good first quarter of play as Eddie comes close. 18-16. South Charleston on top. We're back in a moment. Tonight's game being presented by your local Par-Mar stores.
You or your family need medical attention? Get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power, our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
rooting for Wooten.
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
Rooting for Wooten.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
Rooting for Wooten.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
At some point. 18-16 our scores. We head to the second quarter here in this Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semifinal as the road to Charleston and the state tournament gets underway for these two rivals. Gabbert with the basketball and goes to Pinkett as George Washington has the ball to start this second quarter of play. Mason Pinkett dribbling and traveling. Now Pinkett is tied up, and that is a jump ball, says Allen Settles, and it will be Black Eagles ball. We'll look here as Pinkett got a little bit of trouble there. Game was tied 3 times in the first quarter. GW got up to a 5-point lead, so that's been our biggest lead, but then South Charleston fought back, and tough work inside there for DJ Johnson, and George Washington comes away with the ball. Mason Pinkett with the basketball. Pinkett, dribble drive on the baseline, and he will be fouled on his way to the hoop.
He's fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Fouls on Johnson, his second.
So DJ Johnson commits his second. Shot is up and good for Pinkett. So it is 18-17. Pinkett ties things up at 18-18. So that will be our fourth tie of the game. Dawson scores it for South Charleston. Dawson has 8 in the game. It's 20-18. Here's a shot by Pinkett. Tough shot, and he gets it to go. We're tied again at 20. Sutton with the basketball. South Charleston team ever so dangerous. Ball goes out of bounds, and last touching George Washington, they say. Down the other way. Pinkett can't get it to go. Hughes was there for the putback. Hughes will try again, left-handed. Oh, what a rebound there by Gabbert. And we're going to have a foul called.
Fouls on Sutton.
Sutton's first.
His first, team fourth.
Xavier Bosley checked in a moment ago for South Charleston. He wears number 33, 6'5", sophomore. Yoakum and Ingold come back in for the Patriots. Here's Hughes with it. Senior on the move. Fires it into the corner. Yoakum thought about a 3. Now goes to Pinkett. Pinkett guarded closely there by Dawson. Boy, maneuvering in all kinds of directions was Pinkett. And he knocks it down. Pinkett with 6 points here in the quarter. 10 for the game. And it's a 22-20 George Washington lead. So the Patriots back with the advantage. From the corner, and the shot rattles around and goes through. Dawson with the 3-pointer. Black Eagles want a timeout, a 30-second timeout it will be, as Dawson has now buried 3 threes here in this game. He has 11 in the contest, and South Charleston goes back in front at 23-22. Rick Green in his 26th season as the head coach for GW, a 1973 grad, helping the late Fred Aldridge team win the AAA state championship, a graduate of Grace College, Indiana, and Ball State. Tonight's game being presented in part by Christopher Eller and the Gateway Mortgage Group on Virginia Street in Charleston. Coach Green with over 400 wins, a couple of state titles, won a state title as a player, and he's had 2 as a head coach. Josh Daniel in his first season as the head coach for his alma mater, South Charleston. So both head coaches leading their alma maters in this game. Josh Daniel, a 2006 grad of SC, went on to have a great college basketball career at Eastern Kentucky. He's a grad assistant at Coastal Carolina and EKU. And came back to the Valley and coached at Herbert Hoover for 6 years. Got that school into the state tournament for the first time ever back in 2017. And this is the 3rd meeting of the season between the two. And certainly this is the most important showdown of the season. They're trying to get some moisture wiped up there in front of the George Washington bench area. 5:38 to go in the second quarter. And it's South Charleston on top of George Washington at 23-22. South Charleston has not owned a lead bigger than 2. And the biggest lead of the game, again, GW had there in that first quarter, 16-11, a 5-point advantage for the Patriots. But right now they trail it by 1. They have the basketball. Here's Pinkett with it. Already in double figures for George Washington. See Josh Daniel there in the black top and the gray slacks. Still looks like he could get out there and mix it up with these guys. What a player he was. Pinkett hands it to Yoakum. Yoakum will rifle the 3. But Yoakum very patient. They worked and got the shot they wanted. Yoakum has 6, both coming from behind the arc. And George Washington goes back on top at 25-23. Sutton's shot looked good, but goes in and out. Here comes Pinkett down the floor, guarded closely there by Dawson. And I believe that is who the foul will be against. Another look here as Yoakum, he was deep. So that is foul number 2 on Dawson. Team foul number 5 on the Black Eagles. Pass down low, intended for Gabbert, but right there, money is Yoakum. Just went right into his hands, and Yoakum strokes a second straight three-pointer, and George Washington back to a 5-point lead. But how about Pennell answering with a three-pointer to make it a 28-26 game? Pennell's first points of the contest, the 6-foot senior, second leading scorer on the team behind Sutton. That 3 by Pennell, the 4th of the game for South Charleston. Driving and scoring is Yoakum. Yoakum has scored 8 straight points and makes it a 30-26 game. He has 11 in the contest to lead George Washington in scoring. Pinkett has 10. There's Bosley. Bosley looking down low. Nice pass. Good athleticism there by Shaquan Brown. He fielded the pass. Shaquan Brown with 8 in the game. It's 30-28. Gabbert wheels around. Gabbert the give and go, and they lose it. Ingold lost it. Here comes South Charleston, and a good job there saving it. Shaquan Brown. Sutton has the shot rejected by Gabbert, but we will have a foul called. Ingold with his second. Team foul number 3, and that will put Sutton to the line. Sutton missed one earlier. He bends those knees and can't get this to go. Then Nickel coming in, and Jack Ingold comes out. Nickel, 6'5", 180-pound freshman. Rick Green said we got to get this kid into the fire earlier in the season. They did, and he's come up big. Boy, Sutton, 2 big misses right there. Could have tied it up or at least gotten it to 1. So George Washington, as we go under 3, leading it 30-28. Mason Pinkett lost the handle, and then we got a foul called in front of the SC bench. I believe it's going to go against Sutton. That will be his second.
Team 6.
16 fouls on South Charleston. Look there. So GW with the ball. Patriots will inbounds here. The Bosley goes out, and DJ Johnson, number 4, back into the game for South Charleston in the orange and black. Gabbert, the trigger to Pinkett. Guns up the 3, wouldn't go, and Johnson comes in just at the right time, gets a big rebound. Number 12 is Bryson Smith, shot in and out for SC. And Smith wears number 12. Gabbert spinning. Gabbert traveling with the basketball. South Charleston takes over, a chance to tie, maybe take the lead. Bradley Jones fires that pass across the timeline. Here's Jones to Bryson Smith. Smith over to Jones, down low, they work it to Johnson. Johnson, boy, did a nice job positioning himself there against Hughes, who's a good defensive player. And Johnson scores it. And we are tied again, 30-30, down low. Ball off the hands of South Charleston. It will be George Washington's basketball. 1:43 to go, tight game. Winner moves on in postseason play. The team to fall will call it a season. South Charleston, the number 4 seed in this 4-team sectional. George Washington, the top seed. Across town, it's Capital going up against the Red Dragons of St. Albans. Could have father versus son here on Friday night if Capital wins and George Washington wins. Big stick back there by Hughes, who had not scored until that point. He gives George Washington back the lead at 32-30. Firing and not being able to get it to drop through is Bradley Jones, with just a good standstill shooter, according to head coach Josh Daniel. George Washington back with the basketball and will try to add to a 2-point lead. Mason Pinkett wheels around in traffic, up with the right hand, and it is going to go against Pinkett. His first foul. Team foul number 4. Another look. Pinkett. Going down was Bradley Jones. So he takes that charge. Here comes South Charleston. Under a minute to go and looking to tie. From the outside, the standstill shooter. We talked about him. Bryson Smith, also a great standstill shooter. Can catch and shoot. And he drills that one. 33-32 our score. Here's Eddie. From the corner, shot is good by Gabbert. Right back comes George Washington to make it a 35-33 game. 5 3-pointers for GW and 5 for South Charleston. Out it comes to Jones. They whip it around. Here's the shot by Dawson, and that one will be short, but the rebound by Shaquan Brown. And he puts it up and in to tie the game. And Shaquan Brown now with 10 in the game. It's 35-35. And the foul was on William Gabbert, his first, team foul number 5. .8 remaining here in this first half. What a dandy it has been. Shaquan Brown can't get it to go, but they tap it, keep it alive, and Pinnell's shot won't go, and that will do it. We are tied after a half of basketball here on the Hill in Charleston. South Charleston and George Washington battling in this Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semifinal. Winner advances on the road to the Charleston and the state tournament. We will return here to George Washington High School's gymnasium and talk about this first half of action. You're watching Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 basketball being presented tonight by your local Parmar stores.
You or your family need medical attention? Get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
I'm Bill Woot. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power. Our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
Rooting for Washington!
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
Rootin' for Lincoln!
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
Rootin' for Lincoln!
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
Pretty good game. 35 score here. We have reached halftime of this Class AAA Region 3, Section 1 tournament showdown between rivals George Washington and South Charleston. Delighted to have you with us as Video Productions continues to bring you live streaming coverage of great high school basketball in West Virginia. Running down this first half, first quarter, South Charleston led it 2-0. GW tied at 2-2. It was an SC lead of 4-2. Game tied at 4. And then a 6-4 lead for George Washington. SC goes back in front 7-6 and then 9-6. So a 3-point lead by South Charleston. It was a 9-8 game and a 10-9 lead for George Washington. An 11-10 lead for South Charleston. George Washington got the lead up to 5 at 16-11. South Charleston came back, got it tied at 16, and led 18-16 at the end of the first quarter. South Charleston and GW heading into that second quarter, and GW a couple of free throws tied the game at 18, and it was a 20-18 lead for South Charleston, a 20-20 game, a 22-20 lead for George Washington, and it was a 23-22 lead for South Charleston. Three-pointer by GW gave the Patriots the lead at 25-23, and then back to a 5-point cushion at 28-23. It was a 28-26 game, a 30-26 game, and then South Charleston getting the contest tied again at 30. They would lead it 33-32. Three-pointer by George Washington gave the Patriots the advantage at 35-33, and then a bucket by South Charleston, and that makes it our count here at the break, 35-35. Outstanding basketball indeed by these two great programs. Veteran head coach Rick Green and former South Charleston great Josh Daniel going at it. So they're in the locker room, and we will come back. We'll talk about some individual scoring when we return. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia High School Tournament Basketball Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 between SC and GW, being presented by your local Parmar stores.
As the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably helped somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Are you looking for a place to fit in? I'm Matt Friend, the senior pastor at Bible Center Church. Join us on Sundays at 9 or 10:30.
Check us out at BibleCenterChurch.com.
In a game that has had 7 ties and 14 lead changes, we're tied at the break. 35-35 as South Charleston and George Washington do battle here in this Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 basketball tournament semifinal game. Winner advancing on in the sectional as the road to Charleston and the West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament, which will begin on March 18th inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center, getting underway for these two teams. Looking at individual scoring for the visiting South Charleston Black Eagles of head coach Josh Daniel, Darius Dawson has 11. He had 3 3-pointers in that first half of action. SC with 5 3-pointers. Also in double figures, Shaquan Brown with 10. 4 points for Quay Sutton, the team's leading scorer, and 4 for DJ Johnson. 3 points each for Harold Pennell and Bryson Smith. For George Washington, the leading scorer is Alex Yoakum with 11. Yoakum scored 8 straight points in the second quarter, had 11 for the half, and those 8 came in that second quarter. He's got 3 threes. Mason Pinkett had 10, a 3 for Gus Eddy, a 3 for William Gabbert, 6 for Jack Ingold. All those came in the first quarter, and 2 points for Evan Hughes. 35-35. We will come back and bring you second half action. Stay around for this one. Should be a dandy. We're tied at the break. 35-35. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semi between South Charleston and GW, being presented by your local Parmar stores.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today, Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam.
Because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Well, we have ourselves a good one here, and we are set to go for second half action. George Washington with the basketball in a tie game at 35-35. Mason Pinkett sends it over, and here is Yoakum. Well, he was stroking it in the first half, particularly in the second quarter, and comes out firing here to give George Washington back the lead. 8th lead change of the game. And then a foul called on George Washington.
Fouls on Gabbert. His second, team foul.
William Gabbert with his second, team foul number 1.
Sutton completes a three-point play.
Three-point play by Quay Sutton, who now has 7 in the game, and that ties things up here. Then we have our 15th tie of the game at 38-38. Yoakum again, strokes it. Yoakum, deadly with 5 3-pointers. 41-38. And for the other side, it is Sutton. Drains the 3-pointer. Just trading back and forth here. 16th tie of the basketball game. Hughes can stroke the 3 and does. Hughes, his first 3 of the game. 44-41. Both teams unconscious here from the 3-point line. Going to have a whistle and a foul. A charge going to be called on Shaquan Brown. Shaquan Brown with his first. Team foul number 1. Here comes George Washington leading it by 3. Pinkett to Yoakum. Back to Pinkett, who will drive. Ball stripped from behind. George Washington's basketball. See one of the great photographers in the country, Michael Switzer, down there below the basket as George Washington goes to work. Here is Pinkett maneuvering, and Pinkett can't get it to fall through. Down low there is Gabbert, and then he's fouled. Gabbert has 5 in the game, and that makes it 46-41. Check out Gabbert. Foul was on Dawson. That's his 3rd. Team foul number 2, and a 3-point play by Gabbert makes it 47-41, and this is our biggest lead of the game, 6 points. Ball off the foot of Sutton, racing after the basketball. Sutton gets it into the hands of Bradley Jones. Bradley Jones, 6-foot senior. Now they would go down low, trying to get it to DJ Johnson. Shaquan Brown is there, and it's Evan Hughes with the block. They're going to call a jump ball, so the possession arrow belongs to South Charleston. Black Eagles need this possession. They trail by 6 in what has been a tight game. From the corner, hits the side of the iron. No good for Bradley Jones. And then Shaquan Brown tried to get a hand on it, did, but it goes out of bounds. So it'll be George Washington's basketball. Patriots will be looking to see if they can open things up a little bit. Biggest lead of the game. They had owned the biggest lead at 5, and right now it's at 6. Gabbert across the timeline to Mason Pinkett. Pinkett to Gabbert. Down low to Jack Ingold. Ingold on that low block, and Ingold, boy, nice job dribbling the basketball and just stayed with it. A little out of control there. There were hands flying everywhere on Ingold, but Ingold just managed to keep things alive. He has 8 in the game, and it's 48. Make that 49-41. Shot from the outside, no good. GW back with the basketball. Yoakum to Pinkett. Ball taken away. Sutton the other way, and Sutton's shot is blocked by Hughes, but also a foul will be called on Hughes.
Fouls on Hughes, his 3rd.
Foul number 1 on Heaven Hughes. That's team foul number 2 of the half, and that will put Sutton at the line. He has struggled at the line in this game, making just 1 of 4 attempts, and he can't get that one to go. Let me see Zane McCarty for the first time tonight for George Washington, 5'10", 155-pound sophomore, wears number 10. Pinnell is back in for South Charleston. Harold Pinnell, 6-foot senior. Sutton gets that one to fall.
30-second.
Going to have a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. So Sutton has 11 in the game. It's 49-42. Tonight's game being sponsored in part by Christopher Eller and the Gateway Mortgage Group, 1202 Virginia Street in Charleston. Timeout concludes, and SC back on the floor. Rick Green still gathered with his Patriots. George Washington in the number 1 seed of the section. GW lost 3 straight back in December to Ashland, Kentucky, a team that is still unbeaten in the Bluegrass State. A Shady Spring team that lost just once, and a very good Logan team. And then had back-to-back losses to Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, and Spring Valley, but they rallied. They won the Mountain State Athletic Conference, and here now trying to get to the state tournament. Pinkett's shot wouldn't go. Gabbert comes up with the loose ball, and we're going to have a foul right there on the baseline. Pinnell picks up his first. Team foul number 3. It will be George Washington inbounding. Gabbert to Pinkett. Pinkett picked up there by Shaquan Brown. Pinkett, behind the back pass, tried to get it into the hands of Ingold, but they lose it. Here comes Pinnell across the timeline from the corner, and nothing but net for Bradley Jones. Bradley Jones with his first basket of the game, 49-45. George Washington in trouble. Now McCarty gets it across the timeline. 7 3-pointers for South Charleston after that Jones triple. Hughes to Pinkett on the move, and Pinkett lost the handle. Here comes Pinnell up with it as South Charleston, another offensive opportunity to saw into the lead. Shaquan Brown over to Pinnell. Pinnell back to Shaquan Brown off the glass. A little too strong. Hughes gets the rebound for George Washington. 4-point game. Here come the Patriots. Mason Pinkett to Evan Hughes. McCarty. Zane McCarty, just a sophomore. Pinkett could not get the 3-pointer to go, and a nice snag on the boards by DJ Johnson. Here is Bradley Jones, and this time misconnects. So it will be George Washington's ball. Into the game for South Charleston is Bryson Smith, number 12. Shaquan Brown checking out. In for GW. Ingold, Eddie are in there, and here is McCarty on the drive. Zane McCarty with his first bucket of the game. McCarty on the season coming in, averaging 4.9. Back to a 6-point George Washington lead at 51-46. Pinnell's 3-pointer hits the back of the iron, and a whistle going to go against SC. DJ Johnson with his third, team foul number 4. So George Washington had an 8-point lead here in the third quarter and an opportunity to get that lead again, maybe perhaps 9. They've shot well from the 3-point line as well tonight. They have 8 threes, and 3 of them have come here in this third quarter. Gus Eddy, number 3, has one of those. He got his back in the first quarter. South Charleston playing some pretty good defense here. McCarty has it. Ben Nickel in the lineup along with Hughes and Ingold. Pass to Ingold. Ingold maneuvers and the ball goes out of bounds. And last touched by George Washington. SC's ball. 2 minutes to go. Third quarter. Winner moves on the road to Charleston and to the state tournament. And you get to a sectional final, and even if you lose, you have a chance. Now we have a whistle. Away from the ball on that skip pass by Pinnell, and that's going to go against George Washington. Evan Hughes commits his second.
Richie in for the Patriots.
One thing you can say about Alan Settle, one of the great officials in the state, football, basketball, I mean, he lets you know what happened, where the contact was. All right, Jones flips it in, gets it to Pinnell. Now they whip it around. Sutton going to fire up a 3. Big time 3 by Sutton. Quay Sutton with his second 3 of the third quarter, second of the game, 51-48. And he's been a big time player this season. In Josh Daniels' first season at the helm of South Charleston. Young man has a lot of talent. Good as any guard in the MSAC, according to Josh Daniel. 1:22 to go. Clock frozen at the moment as Ben Nickel serves as the trigger and gets it in. And here is Trey Ritchie's shot. Rims out of there. Nice rebound by Ingold. And a foul called on SC. So Harold Pinnell commits his second. Team foul number 5 now on South Charleston here in this second half. GW looking to add to its 3-point lead. Here's a shot, a little off the mark there by Eddy. And South Charleston with a chance to chisel into the lead. Sutton drives. Sutton gets it to DJ Johnson. And a foul, I believe, on Johnson.
That's a charge on Sutton.
Of Sutton. It's really on Sutton. Johnson was pretty upset, but Sutton is called for his third foul. 1:07 to go. So 16 fouls now on South Charleston. Ben Nickel into Gus Eddy. Nickel ahead he goes to Ingold. Ingold tips it over. McCarty now down on the baseline to Ritchie and back out to McCarty. Shot wouldn't drop. Coming up with the loose ball, Sutton. He drives up. Sutton lays it up and in. Sutton with that little Euro step. And that makes it a 51-50 score. And a steal. And it's going to be Jones giving South Charleston the lead. Jones with 5 now in the game. 52-51, a half minute remaining here in the third as South Charleston goes back in front. Ben Nickel goes to Eddy. Gus Eddy, the senior, a 4-year player for Rick Green's Patriot program. Eddy between the legs, zips it over. Nickel, he can shoot the 3. That one off the mark. Battle underneath, and that will do it. South Charleston will take a 1-point lead. Looking for the upset in this sectional battle. Class AAA will return for the fourth quarter in a moment. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of high school basketball presented by your local Par-Mar stores.
As the Par-Mar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Par-Mar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Par-Mar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Par-Mar store near you now, you will soon. Par-Mar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
South Charleston leads at 52-51 as we head to the fourth quarter here. Winner moving on in postseason play of Class AAA in the great state of West Virginia. George Washington with the ball. South Charleston getting that lead back, but here is Mason Pinkett rifling in a three-pointer. I was about to say that made it the 11th lead change of the game. Will now make it 12 lead changes as Pinkett scores. And here is Sutton putting up a wild shot that would not drop. Pinkett with his first three of the game. That's his first bucket of the second half. He has 13. Here's Pinkett. He thought about it. He rifles. Can't get it to go. Harold Pennell there with the rebound. South Charleston. Josh Daniel very calm over there. Again, we talk about Rick Green. He's the veteran of 26 years, but even though Josh Daniel in his first season at South Charleston, 6 years as a head coach at Herbert Hoover, and he's got a lot of talent on this team. And how about Pennell standing right in front of Josh Daniel, and Pennell delivers his second three, but Eddie answers with the three. Make it 14 lead changes in this game at 57-55. Darius Dawson wants to drive, and we're going to have a foul called. I believe they're going to get Hughes. No check yet. That's a charge. Good job by Hughes. So Dawson commits the foul. Dawson's fourth foul. George Washington, 2-point advantage. And the basketball. Mason Pinkett. Across the timeline, veers to his left, goes to Yoakum. Here's Yoakum. Well, he found the opening, and Yoakum slices through there to make it a 59-55 game, and he's fouled.
Fouls on Bradley Jones, his first teammate. Yoakum at the line.
All right, 59-55 and make it 60. With the three-point play, when GW goes up 5 at 60-55. Here's a pass into the lane, and the foul going to go against GW as Shaquan Brown
His third.
went to put it up. Jack Ingold commits his third foul. There's a pass into Shaquan Brown. Score it, and he's fouled again. Shaquan Brown with 12.
His second, team fifth.
Pinkett picks up his second. Team foul number 5. Oh, what a shot there by Shaquan Brown. And he makes it a 1-point game. Shaquan Brown with 13 in the contest. Nine three-pointers for SC. Ten for George Washington. And a charge on Ingold, who now suddenly has 4 fouls. 6 on the team. Ben Nickel will come in. So South Charleston will have the basketball. A chance to tie, maybe take the lead. They've buried 9 threes in the game. Jones zips a pass over to Pennell, who hit a big shot a moment ago. Here's Shaquan, like that Sutton looking for Shaquan Brown, and the ball knocked away by George Washington. Here comes Yoakum speeding down the floor. Yoakum with the layup. Yoakum 5 points here in the quarter. He has 11 in the half and 22 for the game. Down it goes, and the shot is up and in. Tough shot, and Johnson scores it. (62-60). Johnson now with 6 in the game. Here is Yoakum. Boy, he's played a whale of a game, Pinkett. Pass goes to Gabbert, and Gabbert with that big step. And Gabbert now with 5 second-half points, 8 for the game, 64-60. Sutton to Pennell. Sutton on the move. Bouncer to Shaquan Brown, and Brown gets the shot up and in. Little one-hander. Shaquan Brown 5 here in the quarter, 15 for the game. And that makes it a 64-62 contest. And we have ourselves a full timeout. We break away here on the Hill. A great one. George Washington by 2.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today. Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
.428 to go in this Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semifinal. George Washington and South Charleston. A win by GW. They are back here on Friday night to face the winner of Capital and St. Albans. South Charleston gets the upset, and SC will play either Capital or St. Albans on the road as they are the number 4 seed. George Washington come up empty offensively there with the attempt, but Pennell commits the foul, his third, and that will put Evan Hughes at the line. Hughes with 5 points in the game, had 2 in the second quarter, hit a three-pointer in the third quarter. And Hughes cannot get it to go. So, South Charleston back at it offensively. A chance to tie, maybe take the lead. And they have 9 threes. There's a nice pass down low, and the bucket by DJ Johnson. And that will tie the game at 64-64. Evan Hughes, his third, team foul number 7. DJ Johnson with 8 points, looking for a 9th that would give South Charleston the lead, but cannot get it to fall through. And then we have a foul off the missed shot against South Charleston. So Harold Pennell, and the way this game's going, you don't want anyone to foul out. here in regulation. So that will send Gabbert to the line. Gabbert in the contest with 8 points. Had a three-pointer in the second quarter, 3 points in the third, and has a bucket here in this fourth quarter, and now a free throw. And he gives GW back the lead at 65-64.
Timeout, Patriots. It's a full timeout.
Full timeout. We break away. GW by 2. Tonight's game being presented by your local Par-Mar stores.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
(66-64). GW on top of South Charleston. Black Eagles with the ball. Sutton gets it down to Shaquan Brown. Here's Sutton. Dribble drive on the baseline. Spinning up with a shot. Sutton. He is tough. Evens it at 66-66. Hughes, Yoakum has had a big game but can't get that one to go. Bradley Jones with the rebound. Pinnell on the move. Just about walked with it, but gets it back to Jones. Bouncer to Pinnell. Pinnell will hand it back to Quay Sutton. Sutton wants to penetrate. He'll rifle the three. Got it! Quay Sutton. Ice water in the veins. 69-66. Here's Pinkett on the move. Foul going to be called. So Yoakum's out and Nichols out. Nope, check that. Just stepped out of bounds. No foul. So South Charleston with this 3-point lead. And the basketball as we go under 2. Pinnell just about lost the handle on it, and I think he got a timeout called.
Timeout, Black Eagles, full.
Full timeout, and we'll break away here on the Hill, SC by 3.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today. Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
69-66. Back to live action here on Video Productions. Great to have you with us. Down low, pass into the hands of DJ Johnson for the bucket. Johnson 6 in the fourth. He has 10, 71-65. Gabbert to Hughes. Hughes gets it to Pinkett. A three is needed by GW. Can't get it to go, but Ingold with the rebound. Ingold backing in. He'll score it. And Ingold has 10 in the game. 71-67.
It'll be a full timeout.
Full timeout. We'll break away. Tonight's game being presented by your local Parmar stores.
Was totaled, and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different, and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
All right, it is South Charleston with the basketball as they lead it 71-68. Eddie going to commit the foul here. South Charleston looking for the upset.
Brown returns to Nelson returns to the Eagle line. Hughes returns to the Patriots.
Well, we've had 13 ties and 18 lead changes. And Sutton trying to pad this SC lead, and he does. 72-68. (73-68). Here comes Yoakum driving in, and Yoakum was fouled on his way to the basket. Jones commits his second. Yoakum right there, you see it. (22 points in the game for Yoakum. 11 in the first half, 11 here in the second half. Free throw will not go. Well, that would have been huge. Get it to 73-70 with the free throws. Now try to get the second one at least. And does. 73-69. Ball goes out of bounds. Good defense by GW. Teran Fitzpatrick is in the game for George Washington. And he'll check out now, and Hughes is back in. So you got Hughes, Gabbert, Yoakum, Eddie, Pinkett. 73-69. Plenty of time for George Washington. South Charleston is looking to get a stop and maybe whittle some clock. Gabbert fires a three, in and out. Ball batted around. It's Hughes. Gets it into the hands of Yoakum. His shot wouldn't go, and they tie up. And boy, George Washington had a couple of big opportunities there. And now with 47.6 to go, South Charleston will walk down to its end of the floor with a chance to add to what at the moment is a 4-point lead. Hughes has 4 fouls in the game now. Johnson at the line. Johnson has 10 points in the game. This is his only free throw opportunity here in this fourth quarter. He is up and he cannot get it to go. So another chance here for George Washington, but they trail by 4. Here's Pinkett. Pinkett driving, and Pinkett is fouled with 39.9 to go.
Fouls on Johnson, his fourth. Pinkett will shoot.
So DJ Johnson commits his 4th foul. So Pinkett at the free throw line. He's had a great season in all areas, 71.4% free throw shooter, and he is up and he's in with the first. Pinkett has 14 now in the game. So it makes it 73-70, so 1 possession game. Fitzpatrick is back in, shot is up and good by Pinkett. Pinkett has 15. Pennell gets it over to Jones. Jones ahead he goes to Shaquan Brown, and Shaquan Brown is fouled by Yoakum in a 73-71 game. Goodness gracious, what a game this has been here on the Hill to get the postseason underway for these two teams. Regardless of who wins this game, and they can go a distance in the postseason, they'll remember this one. Shaquan Brown up and drops it in. Boy, he brings rain when he fires up those 3-pointers. 74-71. This was a big one right here. Make it a 2-possession game. Shaquan Brown with 16 points, looking for 17, and he can't get it to go. 74-71. Half minute to go. Pinkett rifles it up. It's short. Hughes with a nice rebound. Here is Gabbert. Gabbert down low, off the glass and in by Yoakum, and a timeout called. Yoakum now with 24 in the game. That makes it a 74-73 game. Team's going to sit and talk about it. We will keep it here with 18.1 to go. It was a 1-point game the last time they met here on the Hill, back on December 17th. And George Washington pulled that one out 61-60. Tonight's game being sponsored in part by Christopher Eller and the Gateway Mortgage Group, located at 1202 Virginia Street in Charleston. And tonight's presenting sponsor, your local Parmar stores. Neighbors serving communities and making life a little easier every day. Visit your local Parmar store. Now this game has just weaved back and forth. 8-point lead for George Washington in the third, the biggest lead of the game. 74-73. South Charleston, a 1-point lead and the basketball. Now Jones. Now we got a whistle. And it's going to go against George Washington. Pinkett picks up his third. Way Sutton will go to the line. So the most Sutton can do here is give South Charleston a 3-point advantage. That was Pinkett's third foul. Quay Sutton missed the first. They had made 2 here in the fourth quarter. Four of 9. Quay Sutton up, and neither one will go. George Washington down the floor. They trail 74-73. Mason Pinkett with the ball. And I believe Pinkett was fouled. He was by Sutton. Quay Sutton commits his fourth. Pinkett with a chance to give GW the lead. Pinkett up and Pinkett in. There is another look. So we're tied again. Mason Pinkett, 4.6. Up with a shot, got it. (75-74). 17 in the game for Pinkett. At the end of the first quarter, it was 18-16 South Charleston. It was tied at halftime, 35-35. And going into the fourth, South Charleston led it 52-51. And right now, George Washington has the lead at 75-74. There's that foul. SC 6 of 16 at the line. So now George Washington calling a timeout out of the timeout. George Washington has made 9 of 10 free throws in this game. Well, it has been a dandy. George Washington, the number 1 seed. South Charleston, the number 4 seed. Winner going to take on the Capital St. Albans game going on across town at the Capitol High Gym. So South Charleston with the basketball. Chance to win it. And it comes to Pennell. Pennell down the floor, dribbling. Pennell loses it off of his foot, and that will do it. Well, there's a long way to go in the postseason, but George Washington has taken the first step, and my goodness gracious, what an effort by South Charleston, and a comeback here by George Washington to win it, the number 1 seed, and they'll advance in postseason play. First season for Josh Daniel as the head coach of South Charleston comes to an end in dramatic fashion. What an effort by his crew, and something that he'll grow this program with. You can bet on that. George Washington, a winner in a thriller, 75-74. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage for the Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 Boys Basketball Tournament. Tonight's game being presented by your local Par Mar stores.
your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power, our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
Rooting for Wooten!
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
Rooting for Wooten!
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
Rooting for Wooten!
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
Back here in Charleston, GW wins it 5-74. We'll take a break and we'll return here and recap it for you. Tonight's game being presented by your local Parmar stores.
Started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967, has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
We welcome you back here inside the George Washington High School Gymnasium. Well, it's March and March Madness at its finest here tonight. West Virginia High School Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 semifinal game. And George Washington coming in the number 1 seed, 16-5, and they fend off the South Charleston Black Eagles, the number 4 seed. Final score 75-74. Second time this season the two have played here on the Hill, and it ends in a 1-point game. And this one certainly the biggie because George Washington advances on in postseason play. South Charleston season comes to a close, but not without a great effort by Josh Daniel and his Black Eagles. This game led by South Charleston, 18-16 at the end of the first quarter. It was tied 35-35, and then a 52 at the end of the half, and it was 52-51 South Charleston at the end of 3. And our final here, 75-74. Running down the scoring, George Washington led by Alex Yoakum with 24. Mason Pinkett had 17. 12 in the contest for William Gabbert. 10 for Jack Ingold. 5 for Evan Hughes, 3 for Gus Eddy, 2 for Zane McCarty. Leading the way for South Charleston was Quay Sutton with 23, 16 in the game for Shaquan Brown, 11 for Darius Dawson, 10 for DJ Johnson, 6 for Harold Pinnell, 5 for Bradley Jones, and 3 for Bryson Smith. Time to select our Farmer Klein and Campbell, attorneys at law, player of the game. And tonight the nod goes to Alex Yoakum. He had 24 in the game, and he buried 5 3-pointers in this contest for George Washington. So our congrats to Alex Yoakum, our Farmer Klein and Campbell, attorneys at law, player of the game. Ten 3-pointers in the game for George Washington. You see one there by Yoakum. And for South Charleston, They had 10 as well. Big difference in the game. GW 9 of 10 at the free throw line. 6 of 16 was South Charleston. So George Washington's season will continue. 17-5 playing here on Friday night against Capital or St. Albans. South Charleston's season comes to an end at 11-12. I want to thank all of you for tuning in for tonight's live streaming coverage of this Class AAA Region 3 Section 1 basketball semifinal. Outstanding work, as always, by our video productions crew. Joe Mounts leading the way here tonight. Again, your final score, George Washington 75, South Charleston 74. The road to Charleston and the boys state basketball tournament continues for the Patriots of GW. This is Mark Martin saying so long from the Hill here in the state capital city of West Virginia, Charleston. You've been watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball boys tournament play in the great state of West Virginia, featuring the GW Patriots. And tonight's game was presented by your local Parmar stores. This has been a sports presentation of Video Productions.